All right, while studying for IELTS exam, we have to consider whatever the question type is. There might be any circumstances. There might be um, any exercise that we see will come. We will look at reading section now. So orientating yourself to the text. So the thing about reading section and listening to the section is what how I will solve is I just take different question types, whether it is multiple choice or um, short answers, short questions and answers. So what I do is I take those different sections, I study accordingly, and we also have to remember that whatever the question types are, we have to remember that all of the tips that we study goes along with it. So if we are studying about signposting and if you're studying about orientating ourselves to the text or anything, that all the techniques will go to a single passage. So let's just start with orientating yourself to the text. How do I get started? As a reader, you need to have strategies to help you understand a text quickly. The first step is to predict what the text will be about by reading the title and subheading. So we have to predict and we have to have a strategy to help us understand the text. Okay. So the first step is to predict. What we have to predict is what the text will be, and how we are going to predict this by reading the title and then the subheading. How can I form a quick overview of the text? You can form a quick overview by asking yourself certain questions as you read. You need to pay attention to paragraph themes and keywords. So, paragraph themes and then keywords, I need to pay attention to it, and then I need to ask myself certain questions as I read. So, reread the introduction to the reading model on the page 36 and answer the questions. What is the question? What is the introduction about? Why was the text written? Who was it written for? So I have to reread the introduction of the reading model on the page 36 and answer the questions. These are critical questions that can help you orientate yourself to the text. Okay, so this is page 36. Have to reread the introduction on the reading model on page 36. So academic, and then I have read the introduction part and also the full reading model. So what I'm going to answer is the first question is, what is the introduction about? So the introduction is about how the reading test test has been prepared. So how the reading context has been prepared. Let's just say um, the reading module consists of three sections, and each section has its own question types and it consists of 2,750 words. So each section, I mean, the whole reading model consists of 2,750 words, and then we have to fill out 40 questions, and on top of that, we have to answer each question within the period of time. There will be no extra time. And then, why was the text written? To give us an overview, of the reading model. Who was it written for? So it is written for both candidates, academic and as well as general, using titles and then subheadings. Nearly Nearly all articles that you read in journal, magazine, or newspaper will have a title. Many will also have a subheading. Read the title and subheading of this magazine and answer the questions. What will be the article be about? What is the topic? The topic is heads. What kind of person would be interested in this article? Pilot's judgment may be impaired by too many long haul flights. So it may be someone who is working in an aircraft, or else someone who is doing research paper on pilots judgment, or else um, too many long haul flights. What would you expect to read in the first paragraph? I'm actually not sure what I would be expecting to read in the first paragraph. Maybe the introduction part. Okay. The article is about reading one, else reading too smaller to provide information, limited details, how long flight, is it flight, is it simulation, the more detailed information, how too much flying might affect pilot's decision making. Pilot's judgment may be impaired by too many long haul flights. Now read the first paragraph of Harris and answer the questions which follow. Okay, what is the writer's purpose in the first paragraph of Harris? So, mm, is there a sentence that best summarizes the main idea in the first paragraph? So, what is the main idea of the first paragraph? Reaction time, the thinking thought of the brain. So, how long haul flights affects someone who is flying the aircraft? So, how long haul flights is affecting the crew members' brain, and it's actually shrinking their brain, and then which means what guidelines they should have, what guidelines one should have. There are types of questions that you can ask yourself. We So the first sentence summarizes the main idea. So cross several times it improves memory and reaction time by thinking part of the brain. The writer's purpose is to provide a brief scientific explanation of the subheading and mention the possible implication. So, scientific explanation and then implication. Go to the next page. Work with a partner, read this title and subheading, then discuss the questions A to C in exercise 2. A to C is what will be the article about, what kind of person would be interested in this article, what would you expect to read in the first paragraph. Religions, women through history have been so keen on the pearls around their neck if they had known what was inside. Robert Turney peels back the layers of. So what will be the article? What will the article be about? What is the topic? So topic is pearly gems, and it's about the living things inside the shell of the shell, and apart from the pearl, inside the shell there is a living organism. And then, what kind of a person would be interested in this article? Maybe he's criticizing women for wearing pearls, and also um, their their liking of pearl might cause a negative impact to the um, ecosystem. First paragraph about criticism, maybe. So it means these jewels are made because of some dead worms larvae. That is the purpose. So if we knew that these dead worms larvae basically make this pearl, then we wouldn't wear it. So I think that's the reason. That's the purpose of the writer. Okay, it's factual and descriptive. Sometimes if passage in IELTS reading does not have a title or a subheading, this is because one of the questions will test your understanding of the theme of the whole passage or the reason why the writer wrote the passage. So if there is no heading or subheading, so they may test us what is the theme title. Mm, so actually there are two types of writing, factual and descriptive, and then opinion and argument. Suppressing opinions and arguments. Factual and descriptive. Using paragraphs and main ideas. As you read through each paragraph of the passage, you gradually build on your understanding of what the writer is trying to say. Work with a partner and discuss this question. How do paragraphs help the reader? Help the reader. When you first read a passage, what should you do? What should you look for in each paragraph? Read the title of a passage. Okay, first, how do paragraphs help the readers? So paragraph help them by sequencing, and then help paragraphs help them from deviating the reader from one point to another. So the reader can understand the full context of those paragraphs. When you first read a passage, what should you look for in each paragraph? So if I read a passage, in each paragraph I should look for main ideas and then what the paragraph is saying. Okay, they separate the main ideas, the topic sentence that carry the main idea. Okay, I have to look for main ideas, and then each paragraph presents a different main idea. They have main ideas. This is the partner what you think it will be about. Now read the whole passage, underline the main idea in each paragraph. Okay, first I have to read the title and discuss with the partner what you think it will be about. So the title is The Undersea World of Sound. Snorts, clicks, prawns tuning in the long distance, tuning to the long distance language of ocean. So maybe it's about animals, I mean fishes which live under the sea. Maybe it's about animals such as dolphins or whales that live under the sea would make some noise, and that noise can be will be maybe described in this paragraph. Now I have to look at each paragraph and then look for main ideas. Underline the main idea in each paragraph. The vast oceans of world or of the world or dark, deep and mysterious places where I say. The vast oceans of the world or dark, deep. For humans who live in the world dark, deep. Sound. I actually don't know what it says. For A, I'm going to look at my answer. The eyesight counts for little. Eyesight counts for little. The vast oceans of the world. Eyesight counts for little. Okay, so for whales and dolphins, um, darkness is unimportant. Crucial to them is sound. Sound is an efficient way to transmit intense information. Travels weapons faster to paper. Swift is an unlikely. Okay. Discuss what you have underlined with a partner, then write two sentences that summarizes the passage. Um, Two sentences that summarize this passage. Not only humans communicate, but also animals such as whales and dolphins communicate um, in an efficient and fast manner. Mindful, faster to water than through ocean and dolphins. It is sound, not sight, that is important beneath the ocean. Yes, it is sound, that is not sight, is important beneath the ocean. Sound travels much faster than through water there than through air. The whales and dolphins usually communicate and to travel and to find food. Okay, I have to write what is the main purpose in this passage. So the answer is A. I did not know that. The main purpose of this passage is to explain the function of whale and dolphin sounds. Underlining the main idea in each paragraph will help you write the information you need to find. Okay. Finding information in paragraphs. This questions ask you to decide which paragraph contains certain information. Start the reading perspective. So what they are saying is first we have to read the first paragraph and then look at the statement, information in any of the statement, any of the question. Okay. Thanks for following information. Contrast between. Dealing with unfamiliar words. You're likely to understand all the words in a reading passage, but often you can think about the meaning of difficult vocabulary. You can work out the meaning of difficult vocabulary. Think about what the part of speech it is. It's helpful to know what type of meaning the unknown word carries. For example, meaning translucent. Very differently. They're all adjectives. You do not need to understand these adjectives in order to understand the idea about the dead and where they are found. For this, you need to understand the word and tone. Look how the word is formed. Sometimes it's possible to guess what a difficult word means. For example, in language, you the qualification um, don't look some people. What is something to take person? I think in training the text comes before that. And then it is slow to be person shout. Necessary to understand all the words. It is not necessary to understand all the words. You need to recognize which words are important because they give you key information. So try and put everything you learned so far in this practicing page 41. Choosing between the paragraph, the okay. This kinds of question comes. What I do is this kind of question comes. What I do is I read the paragraph one and then choose paragraph B and then choose. However, I often make mistakes in paragraph A, so I go back and then correct that mistake. So we will look at what we learned so far. So we have to look at the main ideas. So main ideas gives us the overview. First, we have to look at titles and subheadings, and have to guess the overview of the paragraph and why we need a number of paragraphs is to get the overview and the paragraph. Each paragraph gives us main ideas, and then topic sentence gives us main ideas. Topic sentences explain the main ideas. So, what is the main purpose? So, we have discussed before. Um, and then this kind of thing. A to E, first we have to look at the paragraph, and then we have to look at the option, and then we have to choose the contrast, reference, description, the names, the various places. So, these kind of words gives us a clue what we are looking for. Dealing with unfamiliar words, Okay, the class is over. Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot. So this is orienting yourself to the text from Vanessa 20 years back. So same things she has discussed. Reading the title, what's the article about, what I learn about the writer and the purpose, um, paragraphs. See the same paragraphs, text as well. I mean, clicks. It's actually clicks, not clicks. Anyhow, results, grants, the same paragraph. She used the same paragraph, but this is a more of an expanded paragraph than what we are having. No, the same paragraph, but text format and the picture is different. The picture is different. Okay. Explain, compare with the results of his studies. Um, I hope it filtered. That's it. Okay, you guys, the class is over. This is my third video today. I did not procrastinate that much as I would do daily. So we saw listening, we saw reading, and then we saw speaking so far.